there's no one on your phone. You feel close.
And now, another episode of Damaze Theater. Lord Brian, how nice of you to stop by before the new year.
Lord Dead, how could I not stop by and visit a trusted friend since we were little lads?
Yes, so many stories to tell. Would you like a glass of cognac?
You'd have to be American to turn that down.
You've always had the best one-liners, Brian. I was just thinking about that time, 13 years ago, where we almost started a fantasy football team with 6 of our friends.
Of course, we would have been foolish to do it. Imagine what would have happened to us if we chose to focus on such a stupid fantasy game.
My God, you're right, Brian. I definitely wouldn't be the CEO of a major corporation and own 78 Dunkin' Donut shops in America. Those obese fools. Ha ha ha.
Exactly, Det. And I wouldn't be the dean at Oxford. I'd probably be in some god-awful place like Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
The horror! Well, at least we'd be with our American friends who wanted to do the league, like Ryan Tresice, who is a dignified CPA and does the taxes for Donald Trump. My friend Ravi would have never been an ER doctor in Boston either.
And what about Vince? He never would have been the president of the United States, and marijuana would have never been legalized.
Oh, so true. What about James Pyro? Would have never been a cheeky bastard who made disgusting mom jokes. Oh, I lied. Yes, you would.
Yeah, and also, that little guy, Craig, he most definitely would not have opened his restaurant and married his lovely wife, Brienne. Also, given Vince's brother a job in his kitchen.
That's actually why I wanted you to visit. You haven't heard.
No, what?
Brian, Craig is dead. Bree stabbed him to death when she found him banging a 17-year-old hostess in the kitchen.
Holy shit! I always knew she was a crazy bitch.
We all knew, Brian. We all knew. Let's get on my private jet, and we'll have my tailor make us suits while we drink all the way to America. Even in the event of someone's death, we will remain rich and happy. 2016 is going to be a great year. And scene.
Welcome to the Tonto's Demise Season 13 recap show. I'm Detonator's Tonto Bull 6 champ.
And I'm Detling Tonto Bull 1 and 3 champ.
Wow, those Tonto Bulls seem further and further away.
They are piling up, I'm not going to lie. It's pretty sad.
Because next year is going to be the 14th year, and wow, 14 minus 6 is 8. 8 years, that's a long time. What's 14 minus 3?
It's 11, Brian.
Oh, 11 years.
It's been a decade. God, it's been more than a decade.
Well,
Jesus.
We're not quite there yet. We still have to do a little reflection on this year. And, I mean, I thought we were going to get some kind of a video recap from Craig, but probably because he doesn't want to toot his horn anymore, he decided not to. He decided to spare us. Because if he hit record on that video, he would not be able to stop it.
It would have been 1 hour of him profiling like the whole season and it was telling us what he did and what we did wrong and how he beat us.
Yeah.
And it would have been painful to watch. It would have been like, I don't even know how many. He probably knows he probably got like 1 view.
That's
Like,
right.
I might have watched it and got so I probably would have been the viewer. I don't know, but yeah, it would have been bad.
Tresice would watch just to find out where he quote unquote went wrong.
True. Or I mean, Craig would even tell you what you could have done to beat him, but it still would not have mattered.
That's
like
right.
he did with was it Gags, I guess, or maybe
Yeah, Gags.
Okay.
But here's the thing. He's took every single team except for Tree Size now, and he's told us, kind of looking at their draft and everything, where they kind of steer their ship wrong. Is he now going to tell us all the moves that he made that were correct? I mean, because clearly he didn't make any wrong moves if he won the championship.
Clearly, man, that's a tough one. I don't know what he would do if he did it.
Yeah.
I know one move that he would say is that Bean basically gave him a quarterback which he was in desperate need of by putting it on the waiver wire, and he picked it right up. And he also picked up Charkandrick West, and he was good.
Yeah. Well, he got him off the waiver wire, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, he had him originally. He got him
Right,
first off the
right.
thing. He took advantage of it. So
Well, let's not dwell upon that too much. But let's take a quick look at Tonto Bowl 13.
okay, well before we do that,
Yeah,
I just want to
go
say
ahead.
something I realized since you said about like the decade thing. I am officially the Pittsburgh Pirates of our league.
Why is that?
Well, I mean, if you think it was they went 20 years before making it back to the playoffs, right? Not even winning the championship. Well, I guess 79 they won the championship. But it's been 11 years for me. So,
Wow.
I mean, if you condense it, I've had the longest drought, I think.
From making it
after
to
winning a championship. So.
from making it to another championship.
No,
Or-
from winning one.
Oh, okay.
So, but
Oh, you're right. Well,
11 years.
except for Tree Size.
Well, but he never won.
Oh, I see what you're
So-
saying. I see what you're saying. He
So
still has
he's not the Pirates. I can't remember. I can't think of a baseball team that has never won the championship that's been around for a while.
yeah, they're out there. I can't think of them off the top of my head either.
Say the Miami Marlins or something, but they never
they-
made it to a champ. Oh no, they won championship.
one.
Yeah, crap.
We'll think of one before the end of the show.
We'll come back to that.
Anyway,
Chicago Cubs.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
maybe. All right, go back
All
to
right.
Thunder Bowl 13.
So back to Tonto Bowl 13. Clearly, and I wrote this down. The MVP for Craig is
Jordan Reed.
Jordan Reed, not just for this game, but for the entire playoffs.
Yeah.
And I wrote down his stats.
Did you? Okay.
Week 14, 9 catches for 120 yards and a touchdown.
Crazy. Do you think that was the best he was going to
Yeah.
do?
Week 15, 7 catches, 84 yards, 2 touchdowns. There's no way he's going to repeat it again.
Right.
11 catches, 129 yards, and 2 touchdowns in the championship game.
That's
I don't remember the
amazing.
point totals, but it was like 30-some points.
Yeah,
in
and
the
like he had
last
2
game.
touchdowns within like the first
Yeah.
quarter or two before the first half
He
was
could have
over.
had 50 points.
Yeah, it was insane. Like how good he was. It was. I mean, it drove me nuts.
Yeah.
But I mean, I had Kirk Cousins in another league I was rooting for, but at the same time, I was like, get the stats. But still, Jordan Reed. How did he stay healthy? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. I don't know how he did it.
Is he that good of a tight end? Like that? I mean, I knew he was good. Everybody like for 3 years, all the magazines were saying, "Oh, he's going to be big. He could break out." Blah blah blah. But Robert Griffin was holding him back that much, or something. Or who knew Kevin Cousins or Kirk Cousins? You like that? Kirk Cousins focused on the tight end that much because he wasn't doing it early in the year.
That's true. And think about who Craig played at his tight end position for the majority of the year was Richard Rodgers.
Yeah, that's true.
Like for probably more than half the season, he played Richard Rodgers and he rode him. You know,
was Jordan Reed his backup?
I don't know. He must have been, but I remember him playing Richard Rodgers a lot.
Rogers to Rogers connection.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping for.
But it didn't really work out too well for him. He played Richard Rodgers in week 1. Let's see if he played him in week 2. I can't believe
You
we're
go back
actually.
this far?
Yeah, I'm not going to spend this much time on it. No, he actually started playing him in week 2. Maybe I'm wrong. Jordan Reed.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anyway,
Yeah, anyway.
Jordan Reed, I nominated him.
In
as
week
the-
2, he outscored Greg Olson.
Yeah, he did. I nominate Jordan Reed. I think Craig would as well because he said he's going to send him a gift basket on the message board. So
I would too.
I would as well.
I would. I mean, if Craig was a true leader of his team, he would show up to the draft wearing a Jordan Reed jersey.
He's not foolish.
He's not foolish. Well, I don't care if he's thinking about like your curse or whatever.
Right.
If I won a championship and I had a particular player that won it for me, I'd show up wearing that jersey just to show you that I can do it and not get cursed.
Ooh,
So
that sounds like a challenge.
challenge has been thrown down, Craig.
yeah.
See if you're a man.
And don't go and get a T-shirt, Jordan Reed.
Yeah, don't say like it's your sister that got it for you.
Go out and buy a jersey, even if it's a Chinese jersey. Go out and get one.
Chinese jerseys are the best because
right.
they're the cheapest.
That's right. Rivers is a Chinese jersey. I'm not gonna lie.
Is it falling apart yet?
Well, ask Jay.
OJ has the official Rivers jersey.
We'll have to. Yeah, he has the official Rivers jersey.
Why'd you get that one? I don't know. I forget. Oh, because we gave the Pillow Rivers.
Last place.
Gotcha. Because we now use your jersey.
Yes.
And the Pillow Rivers jersey is Craig's.
And we'll get to that when we get to the when we get to the demises.
Yeah. Okay.
As far as Tree Size's team, you couldn't ask for a whole lot more from Rivers. He got you almost 50. And is it Dontrell Inman?
Yes.
Who I know Tree Size loves that Craig had no idea who he was.
And he went off.
Yeah, he went off, and now he's like, at least now Craig will know who he is. And he'll throw that in his face probably for the next few years. But anyways.
Will he?
he might not because he lost. If he had won,
lost.
maybe. Looking at his team, nobody really stood out and did an amazing job.
No, AJ Green did what was expected of him.
Sammy Watkins did what he's expected to do.
Yeah, he came on at the end of the year there.
Yeah.
I mean, Duke Johnson Jr., man, just from the beginning to the end, it's just terrible.
He had a couple of games for me that he did okay, but huge disappointment.
You got to put him in the flex if you're ever going to play this guy. And
It's true. Let's see if there's anybody else worth noting.
that big kicker matchup that we were looking at wasn't very much of a matchup.
No.
And Denver outscored Seattle in the defensive scoring, I guess. But where are we here? So in the beginning of the year, I would say when Craig did the draft, Julio Jones,
Yeah.
everybody behind him, like literally, he was second. I think Jimmy was third, and I was fourth. We both said when Craig took it, we were like, fudge. Like we were like, I was taking Julio Jones, and that's what I told Jimmy Crick, and he's like, I was taking Julio Jones.
I know Gags wanted him,
Yeah.
but he was like 12. He was
Right, yeah. But we had that in our minds,
Yeah.
and Craig took him because he had the second pick, so he focused on wide receiver heavy with Antonio Brown, and
Brown didn't have a great game.
no, but Brown did lead him pretty much the whole season. But the thing is, here's the thing: Craig had the two best receivers in the league this year, reception-wise and yardage and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, because right now Julio Jones leads the league with 128 receptions, I think,
Does he really?
and Antonio Brown's 117 or something crazy. So those points right there racked up for him. Because that's what in our league, that's what is good.
And he was lucky that neither one really got hurt, you know?
He was lucky. Golden Tate came out of nowhere.
He had a few games where he went off.
Yeah, right in the playoffs and everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just I guess Bean says, Craig builds his team for the playoffs. I guess I'd have to check it out. I'm not really quite sure.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I still don't advise starting an Alex Smith for your playoff run.
Craig just kind of wanted to argue the fact that it's not all about the quarterbacks, and I think he might have just proved us wrong.
But he would have lost to Bean. He would have lost to the Mighty Midgets. You know, he won. He got there and he won it. He would have lost to you in the championship week. So I still think you need those quarterback points more times than not. He proved that it can be done, but I don't think it's the easiest way to get it done.
But this is where I would come in and argue and say that you do how you guys would say about the point totals.
Yeah.
And this is where I come back with the matchups.
Yeah,
And Craig had the right matchup
he did for the championship.
for the
game.
championship game.
Yeah.
So that's where my argument comes back into play.
That's more important about the matchups.
It is because
But you don't know who you're going to be matched up against in the playoffs. You know, you could be
It's true,
going up against
but-
Bean. You can be going up against, Jay, whoever.
right, but
I
you get
still-
love in the draw. Tree Size made it there, man. He made it to the show. So did Craig.
It's true, but I would still much rather have Phillip Rivers as my quarterback than.
Yes, I would.
Alex Smith.
I would definitely agree with that. But
But they're trade-offs,
they
obviously.
are Alex Smith doesn't throw interceptions, so that's a good thing.
Yeah. So I guess the question would be: would you rather have Alex Smith and let's say Antonio Brown, or Phillip Rivers and Sammy Watkins? You know, so it's a combination.
True. Yeah, and Craig cannot go and say I won this year with a quarterback and running back because on the same team because you didn't do it from the beginning.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's what I said. I was going to try to do it from the beginning. And my running back got hurt for the year. And I had the same quarterback who got hurt multiple times as well. So don't try to use that, Craig.
You're right. He didn't have Jarkandrick West until probably week 7 anyway.
Yeah. And I don't even know when he got Alex Smith.
No, I don't either. But anyways, we hate to say it, but congratulations. You got your 4th title.
Congrats on the 4th title. We're not really proud of you.
No.
We hate your guts. Yeah, you are. I know what I was going to say last week. Remember when I couldn't say something?
What?
I was trying to think
Oh,
of it.
right, at the end?
Yeah, it was really bothering me. I was trying to say that Craig is the Darth Vader of our league.
He
We're
is.
doing like a Star
He
Wars
absolutely is.
So yeah, he is the evil empire.
Yeah, and I just watched the first 2 Star Wars over break.
First time ever, folks.
First time ever. And that makes a lot of sense because he has the Force and he uses it for evil. He uses it in the absolute wrong way. You know?
Yes, he does. He does use it the wrong way.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. We'll have to.
He like throat choked tree size.
He did. Yeah, so I guess in this scenario, he was Luke Skywalker, I guess, right?
Tree size?
Yeah,
Yes.
in this scenario. And Darth Vader won this match.
Yes. And it would be the episode where he is, I don't know if you saw it, where he has a matchup and where Darth Vader cuts off his hand.
Yes,
With the,
I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
And, but he falls down.
Yeah, and he's, like,
rather
holding
than
his
go
arm.
to the dark side,
Yeah.
he lets go. And
Tree size
barely
did,
makes it out
yeah.
alive.
Tree size, good choice.
So Brian and I will be Han Solo and Chewbacca, and we will come back in our Millennium Falcon and pick you up because there is no girls in our league, so I can't use a Princess
Right,
Leia.
right.
Sally Kubisic.
There you go.
Yes, yeah, Sally Kubisic. Well, kind of be weird because Darth Vader's her father. Anyway, Sally Kubisic will be the Princess Leia in our league, and she will force us to come back and save Ryan Treesize, and perhaps another Tonto Bowl rematch the third time versus Craig will happen, and Treesize will win
That makes perfect sense because
in our galaxy.
yeah, in our galaxy it makes sense because who's Yoda in this scenario? Kevin Bean? I don't know.
No, it has to be one of the oldest members.
Yeah.
And since I'm already
You just
Han
want- you just
Solo,
want to be Yoda.
I would love to be Yoda, to be truthful. I mean, I really would. I don't know. Who's an original member? Did you cut us off?
No, we're good.
Oh, okay.
Um,
In fact, I have to go back to this. And now, after debate, the Yoda character will be played by none other than the wisest person who is no longer in the league, but can be considered a fantasy Jedi, Brandon Bigler.
it makes sense. Sexy.
It
Sexy.
does. A sexy Yoda.
Yeah. And here's why it makes sense because he was training Luke Skywalker and he thought he was ready to go and defeat his father.
Yes,
And
yes.
he wasn't ready. He got his arm chopped off and now he has to go back and continue his training.
Yes, and I have heard Bigler say there is do or don't. No, there is no try. So that is a line.
And that's an inspirational way to like kind of send a message to Treesize for next year. You know?
Yes, you dude, you made it to the championship. You almost had it. You just had to go against the evil empire, which nobody wants to go against unless you actually are a Disney funded movie that you know you're going to win. So congrats to you, sir. We give you a lot of respect.
Absolutely.
You worked miracles with a lot of a depleted roster. You had lots of injuries. Craig did not at the end.
Yeah.
He had a loaded roster.
He did.
You were pretty much the underdog from the beginning, and if you would have won, it would have been a miracle. Just because you were playing Anquan Bolden, Duke Johnson Jr. I hate to say it, Dontrell Inman.
Yeah.
He had Landry, Reed, a Ryan Matthews who was being used now,
Right.
Charkander West,
Who's
Golden
being
Tate,
used.
Antonio Brown,
Yeah.
Julio Jones. Like Alex Smith was a weak point, but he wasn't that weak. He was
Yeah.
like the linchpin sort of, and he had Seattle defense. So yeah, it was tough, man.
Keep your chin up, buddy.
Yeah, keep the chin up. Come back next year. Unfinished business.
You got any unfinished business, Matt?
I sure do, Brian. Something small. On the chat boards, the message boards, we talked about Buffalo Bills all day.
Yeah.
And how they are a dynasty. I talked to some people from work about it, and they agreed with me.
They call it a dynasty as well.
They did call it a dynasty. You can't make it. They said there's nobody. You make it to 4 straight Super Bowls. You might not win any of them, but you're still a dynasty. You're talked about to this day. And like you just name all the players right away. It's so easy to do because there are so many great players. But that's not what I'm here to talk
Hold
about.
on. Before you get off that topic, I was thinking about that earlier today. I'm not going to call it a dynasty, but I will call it a trinasty. Because
Trinasty?
they tried really hard
Oh,
to get that
Jesus
dynasty, and they almost
freaking
had it.
malarkey,
It's a
Brian.
trinasty.
It's so terrible. Now you're making words up like a turducken.
Last week I said it was a winesty. You know,
Why is it a dynasty?
because they were like crying they didn't win.
They weren't crying.
Oh wait, maybe that was I said you had a Dynasty. I can't remember.
Me?
But, yeah. Anyways,
get the hell outta
the
here.
Bills have a Trinasty.
You're out of your
They
mind.
tried hard, they didn't get it.
Brian, they made 4 straight Super Bowls. That's a dynasty.
I tried to watch the 30 for 30, but I couldn't find it.
Well, maybe you should buy some up-to-date cable.
I'm fine.
You're fine? Because, whatever. Anyways, I no longer care about your opinion on this. If you can't be on the right side instead of the dark side about having to win a championship for a dynasty, it's ridiculous.
And
Not-
since we're talking about dynasties, I'm going to let you get to your point.
Okay.
But Craig Kubisik does have a legitimate point that he could have the first ever Tonto's Demise dynasty if he wins next year, which is why we all need to band together and make sure that does not happen, because that'll be actually legitimate, because it'll be 8-9, then I guess 13 and 14, which is crazy. It'll be also with 2 back-to-back titles. God, don't even want to say it out loud.
Here's my strategy for that.
Yeah.
Everybody drafts wide receivers through the whole rounds. So when
Do
it
like
comes
the
to
first
Craig,
3 rounds.
yeah, like if Craig gets like 8th pick, we just go receiver, 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 receiver. Second round, receiver, 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 receiver. So Craig cannot do his wide receiver heavy approach. So
True.
and he knows that if he does not, because he asked, I had some conversations with him. I know we're like trying to save time, but it's just not gonna happen. Let's just admit it.
It's not.
You guys want a long show anyway. I know this is the last wrap up. You guys don't want the cut dry version of 20 minutes or less. So I had a conversation with Craig. It came down. We'll talk about this part later on. But he said, you know what? I know, and he's even said it. He said, I know that you guys will not let me have Antonio Brown next year if there's anything you can do about it. If everybody before me will pick him, even if it's like the first round pick.
True.
Because he did send a little a dedication to Antonio Brown on Facebook. I don't know if anybody saw it.
I saw
Wrote a
it.
little love note to him.
It was sweet.
Yeah, I wrote, "You're lame." That was my response. It's like, you went on Facebook and talked about Antonio Brown like he was the love of your life. I mean, it was great. I just was laughing. It was just so lame. I loved
It
it.
means a lot to him.
It really does. It does. And he told me, this is unfinished business in itself. Because I said, what are you doing? Lame. That's lame. He goes, he's my Joe Horn. And I went off. Oh, man, my top almost exploded. I said, you take that back. I said, there is nobody else that's Joe Horn. Joe Horn scored 4 touchdowns in 1 game. He came back, beat Brandon Bigler to win. Nobody else is Joe Horn. I got to calm down.
Calm down.
I will admit that Antonio Brown is a better receiver now but he has never scored 4 touchdowns. And
In 1 game.
And Joe Horn has never had a quarterback the caliber of Brent Roethlisberger to throw him the ball. Like he was working with Aaron Brooks, for Pete's sakes. I don't know if he had Drew Brees at all, but I think he had Aaron Brooks, and everybody else before that was awful. So maybe if he did have Ben Roethlisberger throwing the ball, he would have been amazing as well. But anyways,
I believe that.
yeah, I think so. I'd have to go back and check stats. But I mean, they didn't throw the ball that much in the league like they do now. Also,
We're really getting off topic.
we are. I'm on my. Is it on my
is
turn?
on you.
Okay. All right. Wow. Yes. So on the message boards from a while ago, Gags. When we also talked about Dan Marino and about all-time great quarterbacks and top 5, blah blah blah. And Gags went on to state that, I don't have the quote here to quote, but I'll just say, and I think I might remember it, to go as, I don't care what you guys say about Deflategate. I will say when it's all said and done that Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback of all time. And I vehemently disagree.
Do you really?
I really do. Do not think he will be the greatest of all time. He is regarded as one of the greats. I will definitely agree. Maybe one of the top 5. But I am huge on the fact that he's a cheater. Deflategate isn't even the tip. The tip of it is the iceberg is that Belichick Belichick videotaped people's practices, and when they played the Steelers twice in the playoffs, Greg Lloyd and all those guys and a couple other people, even when Brady was quarterback, said that it was like they knew every single defensive play that we were going to do. We called out our audibles, and then they just audibled again, and then that's how they stopped. We could not do anything against them because they knew everything that we were going to do. So in my mind, that's cheating. If you videotape practice, you know every single play. So Brady knows what's going to happen. He knows who to throw to, when to run the ball, blah, blah, blah. I don't think
Got a point.
That's not considered one of the greats. Yeah, I understand. He had a great season. The 1 year he had 50 touchdowns. Yeah. He had Randy Moss, everything. Yeah, that's fine and dandy. That's great. You had a great squad. You didn't win a Super Bowl. You went 18-1. Maybe if you went 19-0, I'd give it to you.
Really, just that one game?
Just-
No way.
No, well, the fact that you go undefeated the whole
Yeah.
season. That's the reason why. But the whole cheating thing really is bad for me. Like, I will never say that Barry Bonds is one of the best because he took steroids and he hit those home runs. I will tell you that he was an amazing player, a good 40-40 guy. I loved him when he was on the Pirates. He wasn't roiding. His head wasn't the size of
Yeah.
like a gigantic grapefruit. But to me, Brady is not one of the best. And in fact, here, I have my top 5 QBs of all time. It's arguable.
Of course.
Obvious. Everybody will say. They have theirs. Number 1 is Joe Montana. That is Tom Brady's idol. But you know what? Joe Montana was never a cheater.
And he went 4 for 4.
Exactly. And he also took the Chiefs when he went to the Kansas City Chiefs, who really didn't have anybody. He took them to the AFC Championship game. Almost went to another Super Bowl with the Chiefs. Come on.
Joe and Tom Brady are number 1 for me.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't factor into cheating?
I would have to think about it a little bit more. And I mean, Brady's legacy is not even over yet. So it's hard to say because he's probably got another good 4 or 5 years.
Well, he'd have to win another Super Bowl for me to even put him in the top 5.
Wow.
So, number 2, Brett Favre. Brett Favre is amazing. I know he's only got 1 Super Bowl, but the dude can flat out sling it, man. And he is the toughest quarterback ever. That guy played in below
True.
zero weather
Yeah.
in Green Bay, Lambeau Field, and you need somebody to win the ball. If there was a last drive, I would take Brett Favre over anybody.
How many consecutive games did that guy play? This is something ridiculous.
Peyton Manning. No.
Yeah.
Does he have it or does Peyton Manning have it?
I thought Brett Favre had it.
Yeah, I think Brett Favre has it, but he has also the most touchdowns. No, I think somebody just passed him. I think Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning just passed him
he
up for
just
something.
passed him.
But yeah, toughest guy. He's just amazing. I love to watch this guy play. That's one of the things I love.
I mean, I would never put him in my top 5, but
You're crazy.
But he's definitely in the top 5 of fun quarterbacks to watch. He would always blow it in the end.
That was towards the end. And to be fair, he would have taken the Vikings to the Super Bowl if the New Orleans Saints weren't trying to hurt him on purpose.
Wow, that sounds like a really lame excuse.
No, dude, they were trying to go after his knees and his ankles and stuff. You watch the videos, man. They did it on purpose.
Still, he threw way too many interceptions to be considered one of the top 5 quarterbacks of all time. Way too many interceptions.
I disagree because when
You can't blame that on anybody except for him.
But he's
Can't blame his receivers.
He made as many plays throwing the ball for touchdowns as he did with interceptions. So he won games. You got to win games, Brian. And you're going to lose some games sometimes as well. So
He's definitely one of the most fun quarterbacks to watch.
exactly, and he also beat the Patriots when Brady wasn't the quarterback, but
Yeah.
still, and he almost beat the freaking Denver Broncos.
All right, let's keep
So,
going.
all right, number 3, Dan Marino. Don't even talk about it. I'm not going to argue with it because it's just my opinion. He's in the top 5.
He's like a solid 8, number 7 or 8.
Sometimes I just want to choke you.
Choke slam.
I want to choke slam you, Brian, through this granite countertop that we're at right now. Number 4, Peyton Manning. Can you argue? Is there any argument there?
No argument there.
All right. What if he uses HGH?
I have heard the rumors that.
I think that's bogus because it was 2011. He's still like a noodle arm anyway.
Yeah.
And number 5 is Drew Brees.
Wow.
When it's all said and done, dude, Drew Brees has thrown for so many freaking yards. It's ridiculous. In the passing league that we are, he's probably the best.
You're not going to put Johnny Unitas, Terry Bradshaw, any of those guys up there?
Definitely not Johnny Unitas. If you're going to tell me that Brett Favre is not in there because he threw too many interceptions, I'm going to tell you that Johnny Unitas lost to the New York Jets in the Super Bowl to Joe Namath because he couldn't do dick. So, no, not. And who was the other one you said?
Terry Bradshaw.
Terry Bradshaw. No, one of the all-time great defenses. Steel Curtain. I'm not saying that he's not a great quarterback. To be truthful, because he played in the 70s, is why I won't do it. If he played today, in the league that we have today, I think he would have been one of the all-time greats because that guy could throw the ball. But since they were in that league where he was running at Franco Harris, it was all run, run, run. I mean, he didn't get the stats, but he knew what he was doing. I mean, he made it come off as stupid, but he's not my top 5.
I think it's just an interesting list because it's a lot of current players. I'd have to make my own top 5. But
I got.
Yeah.
80s, 90s, and 2000s.
yeah, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like doesn't really reach back very far.
The 80s isn't far.
I'd put Johnny Unitas probably in the top 5.
You ever seen Johnny Unitas play?
Yeah, highlights.
Highlights.
Yeah, I don't watch full games.
I always see like Johnny Unitas lowlights. Come on, man.
He had one of the greatest games of all time.
What?
I'm not gonna get. I don't have the stats in front of me.
Yeah, of course not.
I don't. But hold on a second. Stop this. But yeah, I was saying I appreciate that you made your top 5, and I also did a little research about some quarterbacks I wanted to bring up.
Did you really?
I sure did. I didn't do a top 5, but I
Really?
did this yesterday, and I scribbled down some stats right now. And I want to just give you some stats, and
unprepared.
I know, just like I was last week, about why I believe.
Ooh, reverse.
Not right now. Well, probably not right now, but in about 4 or 5 years, that both Aaron Rodgers and Ben Roethlisberger will both surpass Dan Marino on the all-time great quarterbacks list. Here's why. Okay, I'm gonna run down all the stats. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be long. Dan Marino. We'll start off with him. He had 1 MVP,
Yes.
league MVP. He had 1 AFC Championship. He had 1 Rookie of the Year, 9 Pro Bowls, as you know. Here are some of the stats that you can't really. They're not team stats. They're his stats. 59% completion rate. Touchdown to touchdown interception ratio. 420 touchdowns to 252 interceptions. A lot of interceptions. Passer rating of
More
80.
than 100 touchdowns over.
Yeah. Passer rating of 86.4. Okay.
Damn good.
Not bad. All right. Let's check out Aaron Rodgers real quick. So far, he has 2 NFL MVPs for league MVPs. Okay. 5 Pro Bowls. I predict he goes over 9. He has 1 Super Bowl MVP and 1 ring, of course. 1 NFC Championship. His completion rate is 6% higher than Dan Marino, 65 to 59. His touchdown to interception ratio is 255 to 63. Yes, this is as of last week. 63 picks to 255 touchdowns, and his passer rating is 104 to Dan Marino's 86. That's almost 20 points better. That is why I believe that Aaron Rodgers will go down as a greater quarterback than Dan Marino, barring some horrific injury that knocks him out of the league for forever. So I would say in 4 or 5 years, Aaron Rodgers will surpass Dan Marino as on the list.
Please tell me the receivers that have played for Green Bay when Aaron Rodgers was the quarterback.
Okay, you can't put that into his completion percentage because it's a completion. You can't really.
You can because they're good receivers.
All right. What about his interception rate? 252 to 63.
He had a great offensive line.
That's ridiculous. That's just poor decision making. If you throw 252 picks to Aaron Rodgers 63.
Career's not over yet, Brian.
I know.
And it was a different time. Better defenses.
These sound like
Ronnie Lott prowling.
These sound like really, really weak arguments. Anyways, here's why I also think Big Ben is going to surpass Dan Marino.
All right, go on.
All right. Big Ben. He's been to 4 Pro Bowls already. He has been to 2 Super Bowls, and obviously, 3, and he's won 2.
4 Pro Bowls. He's
Yep.
got how many years left in him?
He's got probably 5.
Oh, he does not have 5 left.
Yeah,
in
he
him.
does.
He's got like 2 or 3.
He's got 5.
Marino's been to 9.
All right, he's been to 3 Super Bowls, won 2. Should have had 1 MVP, didn't get it. Rookie of the Year, just like Dan. He's had 3 perfect games. How many does Dan have?
I don't look into perfect. Okay, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
None.
Did you look into that?
Yeah, I did. He has 3 AFC Championship wins. His completion percentage is 5% higher than Dan Marino. His interception to touchdown ratio isn't great, 269 to 145. And his quarterback rating is 93 to Dan Marino's 86.
He's never going to come close to that 420 touchdowns.
In 5 years, let's see here, if he gets 30 per year, that's 150. That'll be really close.
It's not going to last 5 years.
Yeah. So, anyways, my prediction is
You
that
also know that he had some of the greatest defenses of all time as well in the Super Bowl when he won those.
he also did extremely well in the playoffs. And the first Super Bowl, he didn't win the Super
He
Bowl,
had the
but
worst quarterback rating in history.
okay. What about getting there?
His defense?
He-
Defense.
No way. No way. He came out gunning against Cincinnati, against Denver. He led them to the Super Bowl. You can't take that away from him.
No, that's unfair. I don't have the stats in front of me, Brian.
I have memories in my head. I don't have stats.
Memories.
Yeah. Anyways, do you
And Who swung the momentum their way again when they played the Cardinals? Because they were getting whooped.
Who swung the momentum in their favor?
Yeah.
I don't know who.
The defensive player of the
Oh,
year,
yeah,
Brian.
James Harrison.
Yeah, if he don't make that touchdown run of 100-some yards, I believe the Cardinals win the Super Bowl.
Sure, whatever.
Sure,
I mean,
sure, and that
yeah.
possible pass interference when Kurt Warner threw it to Larry Fitzgerald at the end as well. Didn't get called by the refs. Also, there's arguments about the offensive pass interference on Seattle against Seattle. So
Well, I will say this: that the Ben Roethlisberger argument, it's a long shot. Like it's possible if he can play 5 more solid years because he's in his prime right now.
yeah, but they also have to keep Antonio Brown.
I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, he did really well with Emmanuel Sanders. Did really well with Mike Wallace. Like if he gets a young, fast receiver, he can make him. Look at Mike Wallace.
Antonio Brown is special.
He is, but Emmanuel Sanders was just as special when he was here.
Yeah, I don't know. Craig might argue with that on that one.
Anyways,
He's a long.
Let me.
shot. I'll give you Rodgers. Is
What about Rodgers?
Rodgers possible. He is a good quarterback. I will never say he's not a good quarterback, but I mean, Marino threw 420 touchdowns.
Well, he's at
He
he's at
worked with-
255.
He had nothing.
He's at 255, and
But you didn't say the receivers. Who are the receivers, Brian?
I specifically brought up stats that do not include receivers, such as completion percentage. If you can't complete it, that's your fault, more or less.
The receivers, man.
They got to catch it, of
They
course.
got hands, man.
Yeah,
Jordy Nelson, Randall Cobb.
we know the receivers, but
I would say they're
I still look.
definitely a grade above Mark Duper and Mark Clayton.
I still go back to the touchdown to interception ratio. It's a big factor.
I don't consider it.
All right. Well,
We'll argue what 5 years.
Come
down
back
the
in
road.
5 years, which no one will remember except for Craig. And we'll be like, "What are you talking about?"
Right.
All right. Until next year.
Until next year.
And welcome to the 13th annual Demisey Awards.
All right, let's do this, Brian. It's looking like a great day. The red carpet's out, sunshine here, and where were we? We were Pittsburgh.
Yeah, we are here in Pittsburgh, and Tree Size is wearing his sunglasses. He's probably still crying over that loss.
Probably. He's got to bend down, tie his shoelace, use that as an excuse. But he's looking great. He's wearing a tuxedo from Vera Wang. He's got his three kids with him. And he's also showing us like a little penguin, what do you call it, keychain there,
Yeah.
saying, I might have lost the championship, but I got this little baby, and I'm taking these kids to the game after the awards show.
Nice. Oh, here comes my date right now. Hey, baby, what's going on? Oh, no, it's not Crystal. It's Jennifer Lawrence. Hey, save me a seat. Yeah, I'll be right in.
God damn, Brian.
She's looking good, too.
Oh,
Crystal said it's all right, just one night.
is she on that list, like from the Friends show with Ross, where he has like the
She
three,
would be,
three
yeah.
you're allowed to have,
Yeah.
relations with?
Sure, I mean, she's got Johnny Depp, so...
You're okay with it. I'd be okay with that
Yeah.
too. Well, Johnny Depp, I think he swings both ways. You might even have a threesome. I can't even
I didn't even see her date. Where is she?
Oh, there she is. How could you not spot her? Oh my gosh. Look at those beautiful big eyes, that electric smile, those red
Betty
lips. That was last year, Brian. Me and Betty White have since moved on. She was too much woman for me. She's just, oh man. She knows Pittsburgh well too.
Classy.
She did a movie here
Yeah,
with
couple.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple, man. It's none other than Anne Hathaway. Hey, baby.
Hey, Ann, what's up?
Don't talk to him.
We worked on Dark Knight Rises together. Yep, you're Catwoman. I was an extra. Yeah.
She's giving you that look, Brian, like she's told me, I don't know why you're doing this show with him. She said, you are better off on your own. I might have to go for sponsorships again. All right, baby, I'll see you inside. Get me a drink. And, I mean, we don't have to stay too long. We can just go home and fuck. Okay, cool. Sweet.
Wow.
We'll do that.
Classy.
So she doesn't even want to wear protection. She says, I want to know. I want to feel it. She likes to sing
All right.
Broadway musicals while we have sex.
And here comes Craig Kubisic. And he's also wearing sunglasses. Got the beard rocking, and
A little bit of long hair. I can't figure out if that's Craig Kubisic or Zach Galifianakis.
it's really hard to tell. He's got the Wolfman Pack shirt on.
He does. He's definitely looking a little. I mean, for a guy that won a championship, you'd think he'd make himself trim up that beard and stuff, make himself look better.
Yeah.
And all right, buddy, you do what you do. You won the championship. Nice shoes.
He's grinning.
He is grinning. He's doing a little bit of laugh. He's I'll do whatever the hell I want.
Yep.
Oh! You see what kind of socks he has on there?
Yeah, what's
He's
that?
got Antonio Brown socks on.
He would.
He would, wouldn't he? Yeah, he's gonna ride this till the end.
Yeah. Let's see who's coming here. Oh, the Huber brothers. Oh, the Hubers. I'm surprised they made it. Jimmy with his new wife.
Is that his date?
Is it? I can't really tell. It looks like I don't know who that is.
That's his date dressed up as Lois Lane.
Yeah. Yep. He's got the curl.
Superman.
Yeah.
He's got the curl going. He might have. I would be surprised if he had a little Superman outfit underneath his suit. What about Jay?
He looks like he's dressed up like the lead singer again.
Oh,
Whatchamacallit.
jeez, a terrible band.
Yeah.
Weezer.
No.
Oh, 7-inch. What are they called? 7 Hail Marys. What is it?
I can't even remember now. They were that good.
Oh yeah, good job, Jay. 7.
Oh, and here comes FC Bahork.
FC Bahork. Look at him strutting his
Yeah.
stuff, man. What an interesting date he's got
For
with
a
him.
guy who didn't make the playoffs, he's happy.
He sure is. You know whose date is, Brian?
I recognize her. Who is that?
None other than the famous Paula Dean.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, man, he loves those silver-haired foxes. She makes him better food than he can make himself.
Wow, they're going to be talking about cooking all night.
They are.
They're going to be cooking up something hot after the show.
Ooh, hey.
And here comes Kevin Bean.
Kevin Bean, Venus.
Whoa, he got 2 dates. 2 days for the price
Look
of
at
one.
him going Soul Train.
Oh my goodness. Oh, no, Kevin Bean, you didn't.
He's trying to play the card, man.
He is.
I like it.
He didn't. He actually did it. He wore blackface.
Whoa.
He wore blackface, and he's got
How is he getting away with it?
Vanessa and Serena Williams.
Is it Venus?
Oh, Venus. Yeah, thank
Williams.
you. Yeah.
Or, yeah, whatever. Serena and Venus?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. 2 tennis stars.
Yeah. I would not want to mess with them at all.
Dude, they're going to crush his balls. Like, Serena, literally, she's built like a dude.
Yeah.
That's what Bean's into. apparently.
Way to go, Bean.
Way to go, man. Hey, if that's your thing, go for it.
Here comes Twerk Kubisic. Ah,
Twerk Kubisic. Who's his date?
he actually got Miley Cyrus with her giant dildo.
Oh.
Wow.
Well, I can tell you one thing tonight. She is sure going to be his wrecking ball. He's not going to know what hit him when he tries to twerk.
All right, here comes Crick, and that's weird. He brought Minnie Mouse.
Minnie Mouse. Oh. And Sally? Is that Sally dressed as
Yeah.
Minnie Mouse? Or
I don't know. Is it?
I think it might be. I mean, I wouldn't blame him.
Yeah.
That's kind of an interesting role play for after the show.
Yeah. And here comes Jeff. And who's Jeff with tonight? Is that Jean-Claude Van Damme?
I think it is. I think it's Jean-Claude Van Damme. So crazy.
Is that it?
He is in the Navy, right?
That's right. That's right.
Speaks a lot of volumes there.
Let's see here. Is that everybody?
What about Gags? Gags, did he not show up?
Oh, here he comes. He's coming in his stretch limo.
Oh, he's got to make a show.
Of course.
Oh, man. There we go. All right, he's stepping out. He's got an electric blue tuxedo with a little black lapel. Looks... Dude, that's weird. He showed up with Jack Black. That's his date. It's like 2 lookalikes. It's like they're staring in the mirror at 2 people.
That's really weird. But they're both in drag.
Well, I mean, Gags is dressed up as the female version of Jack Black in a blue tuxedo. And hey, Jack Black, what's going on, man? All right. He said tonight there's going to be a tenacious D
Nice.
in Gags' ass. All right, buddy. You have fun. He might not win a championship in the league, but he's going to win the championship tonight.
All right, now that all the guests have arrived, it is time
Everybody's
for...
taking their seats.
They are taking their seats. It is time for the 13th annual Demises. This is the nominee show. after the show. Please go on the Smack Talk board and vote for each of the categories.
Only once.
And the first category of the night is the Browns pin,
The saddest category of them all.
currently held by Kevin Bean. We'll see if he has a chance to get rid of it this year. Okay, open up the envelope for...
Does he have the Browns pin?
Yes,
Are you sure? I don't think he does.
who does?
I don't know.
Pretty sure he has it. Anyways,
Okay.
open up the envelope
trust you, Brian.
and let's read the nominees for the Browns pin.
Oh. All right, the nominees for the Browns pin are, once again, Kevin Bean.
Ah, for all the horrible decision making with which quarterback should he play, Matt Stafford, or
Andy Dalton. Putting himself in those positions.
when he should have gotten regular season champ and instead finished third.
And let Craig Kubicek into the playoffs with Alex Smith.
Next, Josh Hayward,
Twerk Kubicek.
for horrible trades such as Aaron Rodgers.
Giving up on the star quarterback of the league. Terrible.
Gags, for
Having a Tecmo Bowl super team and not being very super.
not knowing how to use it.
Justin Bajorek.
For giving up before the season started.
Very true. And having a terrible keeper, CJ Anderson. And not trading Detling.
And for giving up whenever he didn't, when he knew Jordy Nelson was done for the year.
It's very true. He just threw in the towel without even starting.
And our final nominee, Jimmy Huber.
Jimmy Huber. The guy personally responsible for neglecting his own team, not even knowing that fantasy football was going on. So focused on his wedding and his beautiful wife.
Barely breaking 100 points.
Yes, there was no joy in New Jersey when it came to fantasy football.
Those are your nominees.
Please vote on the message board.
And our next category is the Romo jersey.
Tony. And should we open up the envelope, Brian?
Matthew, please open the envelope.
Things are so hard to open.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, here we
They
are.
just don't want us to peek.
The first nominee, none other than Gags.
And Gags, he actually nominated himself.
Did he?
Yeah, on the Smack Talk board. He wants that Romo jersey because he did jack shit in the playoffs, except for while he was on the bye. Which doesn't mean a
That's
damn
very
thing.
Romo-ish,
It
if you
is.
ask me.
It is.
All right.
And just a choke in the first round of the playoffs for him.
Ugh, terrible. The Tecmo Bowl roster.
Yes.
Next, none other than Vanilla Jeff.
Jeff, he stumbled into the playoffs. He had such a strong start like Romo usually does. And then he backpedals into the playoffs and lays an egg.
Broke your clavicle, I would say.
Yeah.
Definitely. Okay, the next one would be Jay. None other than Jay.
Jay
Huber.
Huber made it to the playoffs.
If you look out there in the crowd, he's smiling. He's just happy that he made it to the playoffs. He's like, this year, I'm the best Huber brother, and that's enough for me.
But whenever he went up against Craig, he fumbled the football and he blew it. He fumbled the snap.
Ernest Biner style.
Yeah, and he couldn't get the hold down. He just couldn't get the hold down.
Oh, nice Romo reference.
yeah.
I like that.
Sorry, Jay, you are a nominee. And surprisingly, I expected to see Treesice's name on this ballot, but it's not there.
No, it's not, sir, because Treesice made it all the way to the championship. Something Tony Romo has never done.
Therefore, Tree, as in our opinion, you are off the ballot. However, people are still allowed to write you in if they want to.
Yes, I discourage you from doing that, but yes, you are allowed to.
So those are your nominees for Romo: Gags, Jeff, and Jay. Good luck, gentlemen. Oh, okay, here we go. These are two other categories that we have that are come back every year. First, we have the Rivers jersey. Open that one up, Delling.
Oh, this one's nice and easy.
Oh, wow, that really came up. And who is it?
It's Jimmy Huber. Gets the Rivers jersey. There are no nominees. There's only one person that gets it, Brian.
There can be only one.
There can be only one. And Jimmy will wear it with pride, I guess, because he knows that he deserves it.
Yeah, he earned that. Jay, you said it was buried in a shallow grave, so go ahead and dig that up, clean it off,
Give
and
it to your brother.
hand it over to your brother, and let's keep that Rivers jersey in New Jersey, far away from Western PA.
True, where it's also New Jersey, where it's the Hudson River, one of the dirtiest places I've ever seen. Here's the next category, Brian.
Oh, what is it?
Rookie of the Year.
Oh, what, do we even have a rookie this year?
We do. I mean, long-standing rookie.
Okay. And let's see, let me open this one.
Okay, all right, I'll let you have some fun.
Okay, 4 letters, really big. Giggs.
You don't say.
Again.
Giggs, the 3-time Rookie
Yeah.
of the Year.
And I will say, he definitely played like a rookie in the playoffs.
Oh, yes. It's been a long time since that magical season that he had.
He definitely will not be the San Francisco Giants of this league.
No, he will not. We will see. We will see what he does.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll be the Dan Marino of our league.
Oh, he already got a championship.
Oh, he did. You're right. I forgot. All right. Maybe he'll be the...
Brett Favre?
Brett Favre.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
Brett
can see
Favre.
that. And our next category is...
My favorite category, the Manager of the Year.
No. That's last.
That's last. Oh, this
Can't read.
You finally found out. It's Redskins
The Redskins pen.
pen. That was the word. Let me PNNN.
All right. Open
All
it up.
right. I also can't open envelopes. Here we go. I got it. All right. The nominees for the Redskins
Oh,
pen.
The reigning.
The reigning Redskins pen champion.
Yeah.
Myself. I don't know what that would be for. Kevin Bean. For
For his reverend.
his reverend impression, not to mention the blackface award ceremony
Yes,
walk.
Yeah.
Gosh, and
Finally.
the constant berating he did to us about letting Craig into the playoffs when it was him that did it himself.
Yeah.
And finally, none other than Craig Kubisic. Brian, tell us why Craig's in there.
Well, I actually don't know because all the messages were deleted. However, he said some really, really controversial things about your mother, and all I know is that they must have been bad because he gave you a giant piece of cake whenever we came to Rizzo's on Thanksgiving to kind of mend that wound. So
Smooth it over.
whatever he said must have been horrible because it was deleted and it required cake to make it right.
It was downright mean, Brian, and it also involved my sister as well.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, Cake smoothed it over a little bit, even though it wasn't his cake. It was just leftover birthday cake for somebody else at the restaurant.
Do you need to tell the league what he said in order for him to get the Redskins pen?
I mean, he basically said he's going to fuck my mother in an uncomfortable place like a 1972 Pinto without hubcaps. And then he proceeded to say that something like about my sister too as well. Like I tried to tell him that we don't say those things in this league anymore. We do not involve the family. There was almost a war. Could have been almost an actual fight between me and Kevin Bean because we went as far as talking about each other's mothers, his wife, and I forget what. I'd have to go back into the archives. I'm almost afraid to and see what the other favorite part was, but where I basically told Bean, if you don't stop, I'm going to start attacking verbally with your children.
Wow.
And Bean said, fair enough, let's call a truce. But Craig brought it back, attempted to, but I would not verbally spar with him about that subject. I tried to put him in his place and told him to act like an adult.
All right, so your nominees are Matthew Detling, one-time champion for the Redskins pen,
Kevin Bean.
and Craig Kubisic.
Craig Kubisic.
All right, and Manager of the Year.
What was that, Brian?
I said it's time for the Manager of the Year.
Ooh, why don't you open that envelope there, big boy?
Newest category. Let's see here. All right. Unfortunately, the first name that I see, you have to put this person's name in there because they won the championship. Craig Kubisic. I didn't hear much applause.
I wouldn't give any applause because he nominated himself.
Next up, we have the guy who's going for the Romo and the Manager of the Year. Could get them both. Gags for
Gags.
for all the
and
crazy
the Rookie of the Year.
For all the crazy, yeah, that's true. For all the crazy trades he pulled off and almost made it work.
First question: why do you have your arm around me, Brian?
Sorry, is that uncomfortable?
I know we're co-hosts, but I didn't know we were that
sorry,
type
I
of.
thought
You have
were
Jennifer Lawrence in the seats.
Sorry.
I am a one man, one man, whatever is a one woman man with a Anna Hathaway.
Fair enough.
I mean, sure, if she has short hair, she might look like a man, but I'll take it. Gags. Back to Gags, right?
I just said Gags.
Oh shoot, Kevin Bean for his moves and surviving and getting into the playoffs with no quarterbacks.
And finally he pretty much figured it out halfway through the year, and he went on a crazy long run of, I think it was like an 8-game winning streak.
Yes.
So he finally put it together and made a solid team. And he, according to him, he made Craig a paper champion because he would have beaten him had he made it to the finals.
True. The next nominee and last nominee is none other than Ryan Treesice for the fact that he was able to get over that hump, the Tony Romo hump, and make it to the championship, only to lose. But he was able to do it with a great roster, filled in with other substitutes, and we were proud of him. And you never know that he might be that feel-good manager, like Clint Hurdle was that one year.
That's right. He might get it this year. And that more or less concludes the Demises. Now, after the show, well, probably tomorrow, late tomorrow, after Jennifer Lawrence and I check out of our hotel and after, all that good stuff, I will post all of this online so you know the nominees for each category. So right in the Smack Talk, should I do it in the Smack Talk or should I do it as like a post?
Smack Talk.
Smack Talk, because everybody looks at it.
Yeah.
All right, right in the Smack Talk, I'll put down each award and the nominees. You vote right in there, and we'll tally them up, and then we'll crown a winner, I guess, at next year's draft, right?
The draft or the beginning of the draft draft award, not draft order show.
That's right. So the only two managers that were not nominated for anything are myself and Jim Crick.
Imagine that, Brian.
I know. Hey, you could have nominated me, and if anybody wants to throw our names or any other names into any of the categories, feel free to do so. Just make a case for it.
Well, the fact is you didn't do well enough or bad enough to be in any of the categories.
I started out doing really poorly, and I would have definitely been in probably either the Browns or Rivers jersey conversation. However, I turned it around, but not so good enough that I got anything else.
Right. I mean, well, I did you a solid. I gave you a shitty trade. I gave you Langford to help you win a couple games, and I want you to remember that next year when I need help.
Thank you, sir. And then Crick, he had a solid team too. Just
solid team. I don't know how he didn't make the playoffs.
No, I don't either.
I look at his team and I thought he was really good. I even said at the draft, I said that's a really good team.
Every week, I was like, that's a really good team. Just
yes.
For whatever reason, just the stars didn't line up for him,
Yeah, so Allen Robinson, best keeper of the year.
Yeah.
Probably next year too.
But Sally looks great in the mini costume. So.
Yes, she does. Oh, Sally.
All right, so good luck to everyone, and we're going to do our intermission, and then we'll come back with the winners next year.
Yes, we will. Well, good luck, and we're having an intermission.
Really long intermission.
Yes, because me and Miss Hathaway, we're going to go on a trip, and might not come back. I'll be considering my retirement. She might be able to distract me long enough. We'll see. I do love me some Anna Hathaway.
I know you do. And hold on a second. Miley Cyrus has Josh bent over a chair right now. Oh God, the show's not over.
Oh my God!
Come on.
She's riding him like he's the wrecking ball with that big dildo. He's trying to twerk. He's so scared. Look at the hair move. It doesn't even move. It's like a bowl.
It is.
God, I can't tell what's going on. I just know that I think he's enjoying it. You're a sicko, Josh.
Oh, and there's Jet and Paula Dean. Looks like they're sharing some food over there.
He's hand feeding him.
Oh,
gross. Oh man, I think she's gonna cook them. I'd run, or Justin. If I were you, I'd run.
All right, gentlemen. That's it for the Demises this year.
It sure is, guys. Have a good one.
All right, Detling. I don't know if anybody called in this week since the season's over, and I don't think Craig called in, so I don't know. Check the answer machine over there.
All right, Brian. Yeah, we're back in the office trying to do the last wrap up, get all the files in order, and lock everything up for next year. I see it. There's a red light. There it is. We have one. We got a message.
Maybe it's Anne Hathaway. Thanking you for a wonderful night.
Dude, I should thank her. Trust me. We're gonna go out again soon. Trust me. Oh, jeez, don't even get me started. I'm totally unfocused now.
All right. So go ahead and hit that button.
Bring, 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 bring.
Gentlemen, Tonto's Demise, I bring you the last 2015 episode of BS Talking. And I want to say congratulations to Craig. As much as I didn't want him to win, as much as all of us didn't want him to win his 4th championship, he did do it. And as I predicted many weeks away from the playoffs, if we let him in, he'd take it all. And that's exactly what he did. And, so you know what? Props where they're due. Even though you didn't beat my score in the final week, and I like to think of myself as the people's champion. So, you can have your paper championship. Just know that you never beat me. I would like to make some nominations for some of our awards here. For the Tony Romo Award, I nominate Gags. I think he nominated himself, but I agree with it. He was so strong all year and then just choked come playoff time. For the Redskins pin, I would like to nominate, once again, Gags. I think down the stretch, when his team was dominating everybody, he kind of turned into a real dick there for a while. I mean, am I wrong about this? But he kind of got kind of mean. And for Manager of the Year, I am going to actually go with Tree Sites. Tons of injuries. A lot of us had tons of injuries. Everybody had a bunch of injuries. Definitely, certainly had a bunch of injuries. But Tree Sites managed to take those injuries, pull everything together, and at least make it to the championship game. So, credit where it's due. He made the moves he needed to do, and he got there. Couldn't pull it out at the end, but he made it to the final game. So, those are my nominations for just a few of those positions. For worst manager of the year, I'll let you guys decide that one. There's a lot of different calls there. But that's it. It was a hell of a year. I'm looking forward to next year. I thought everybody did a great job, and always a pleasure, gentlemen. And I'm out!
That'll be the last time we hear from Venus for, I guess, 6 months.
It's a sad day indeed.
I know.
I'm gonna miss hearing that guy talk.
Yeah. Just so you know, Venus, if you ever get lonely and you want to give us a shout out,
We'll check that machine when we come back from vacation.
that's right. Feel free. But let's see here. I like that he added some nominations and that he's the people's champion. I guess I would agree with that.
I agree with that.
Yeah, considering his high point total there at the end.
I'd also like to say that after he said that, Craig never beat me either. And
Yeah.
I would have beat you in the championship as well. So you're damn lucky.
I was surprised by his nomination of Gags, not for the Browns pin, because I agree with that. Mm-hmm. But I was surprised that he was trying to give him the Redskins pin.
Oh, no, Gags would definitely being a dick. I'm not surprised.
He was a little cocky there whenever he was assembling his, monster, his Franken team.
Right, yeah.
So I see where it came from. I didn't think about it at first. So we can add him to the list of nominees for that Redskins pen. So I'm going to add it right now. And but yeah, I think I really enjoy Bean's calls every week. And I I know Jimmy will probably get back on the bandwagon next year and get some of his calls in there. Because if you recall, there used to be a time where we'd get 1 or 2 calls every week.
Yeah, Good Day was 3.
Yeah, I know.
mean-
Now it's like Venus. That's it.
Well, and I'm not complaining about that.
No. It's great calls. Quality, high quality. However, it's always good to get like a Josh or a Gags or, Kabisic in there. Anybody.
True. Craig did call in a couple times.
Yeah.
Right?
One time.
One time. I don't know anybody else.
Josh did once this year.
Okay.
And then Gags did, I think, once this year. It was short, but he called it one time.
Yeah. I mean, but Bean has became a
Featured
signature member of
yeah.
the show now. He's got his own thing.
I know. So
There might be a spin-off.
I don't have anything else to say about Venus. You?
No, I mean, well, the other thing, I mean, speaking of spin-offs, I mean, there was Sonny and Cher. Maybe it's Kevin and Mallory. That type of show, huh?
I could see that actually.
I mean-
They would do their own Demisey theaters.
Yes, if they had the budget, I mean, like they were given a big budget, they would probably come out to similar costumes like Sonny and Cher, and I mean, and Bean will tell you that obviously his wife is Cher because she's much hotter than him.
Yeah.
And well, Sonny wasn't very pretty at all.
No.
But I don't expect Bean to ever go skiing and die by a head trauma from a tree. Hopefully not Bean. Don't ever get on skis, especially if you become famous and you have your own show. But thank you for the Venus talking. It was a pleasure, and there were literally at least 5 times during the show where I had to keep myself from spitting water or chewing or whatever I was eating while you were talking, and I did not want to be heard laughing over the track.
Because we always listen to it while we're recording it.
Yes,
and
yes.
there's been a couple times where it's like you had to kind of choke down whatever you're drinking.
Yeah, it was hard. I mean, so that was a great job by you, sir.
Well played. So we look forward to it again next year. And like I said, if you want to give a call like in June or July, whenever we're getting the things together, that'd be kind of fun.
How about a YouTube video?
Why not?
Or a recording for us to put on the TV behind us.
We'll have to remind everyone, but I like it.
Okay.
I like it.
Okay. And now for our final segment of Damazi Theater.
Hey, Dailing, let's just do one more trade time.
What, for old time's sake?
Yeah.
All right, Brian, let's do it. I'll let you. How about I let you take it this time? I know you always want to do it by yourself.
Thanks, man. Here we go. Craig time, trading guys.
What the hell did you do? Where are we?
I've taken us, I think, into the brain of Craig Kabisic to figure out how we could best beat that prick.
You don't know what you've done, Brian. We might not make it out alive.
Relax. We'll be in and out in a jiffy. Let's go up, down, left, right, BA, and start here.
You idiot. You just activated his defense mode with the cheat code from Contra.
Justin sold me the wrong code. Bastard. What do we do?
Oh no. What's that sound, Brian?
I'm twisted.
It's Eddie Vedder with a meat cleaver. Run!
Let's take the left and slide down this weird looking brain stem. I think we got away. Wait, what's that? Oh my god.
I need some sleep. Time to put
Oh no, it's the Eels. He's trying to kill us with their music.
He knows we're here, Brian. Run. We're in trouble.
Look, there's a door and it says Craig's Fantasy Draft Strategy.
Don't touch it. It's a trap.
You're out of your mind. What's the worst that could happen?
Dear God, Natalie Merchant. Snap out of it, Brian. I'm going to play some combat music to drive them away. Oh my God, what do I play?
Whoa, I almost died. You saved my life. Thank you.
Oh my God, Brian, just keep the music playing. No time for love, Dr. Jones. We found his lair. There's Craig. Scarlett Johansson is sitting on his lap, and he's laughing like an evil villain. There's music in the club playing. What's it? What is real quick? What is it?
Hurry, do something!
Bean time! Bean time! Do-do-do, do-do-do.
Oh no, what is that?
I had to get us out, Brian. I had to do something. It was real quick.
525,600 minutes. 525,000 moments, OG. 525,600 minutes. How do you measure right here?
Dear God, there are no doors, Brian. The only way out is through his penis.
His penis? You mean we have to wait till he has sex?
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but don't worry. It'll only be a 30-second ride. Oh, we're in luck. It's about to start. I can't believe we have to root him on.
Go Bean!
Go Bean, you bang.
Get me out of here!
You banger, you son of a bitch.
I wanna see you. I wanna be you. I wanna show you, baby, that I need you.
Ready, aim, fire. Here we go.
Oh, God!
It's disgusting.
Oh, it's all over me!
Oh, I feel like I'm in a porno version of Ghostbusters.
Let's promise that we'll never speak of this again.
Never. This is the worst idea you've ever had, Brian. Thank God I got us out of it. And scene.
All right, Detling. That was an incredible last edition of...
Demisey Theater.
Yes, and I have to give you a shout out. Both of those skits Detling wrote today within about an hour or so.
It just came to me, Brian. They just came to me.
I know. I mean, who was your muse?
God. William Shakespeare.
I guess so. I mean, you were channeling him right there.
I was. I mean, like we said, I'm in the future. They're going to talk about my sonnets at the in school, college level entertainment right there.
They're gonna be like Venus. Somebody's gonna have to actually like play the part of Venus.
It's probably going to be like Kevin Bean's like 13th grandchild or something.
So all right. Well, since we are officially at the end of the year, and this is like the recap kind of episode, you got any final thoughts? I do.
I'll let you go first.
Okay.
I don't think I have any really.
All right, I'm sure you'll come up with something. You always do. Final thoughts on the year, and this is I was going to do it for unfinished business, but I figured it makes sense to have it at the end of the episode. This is more of a request for the entire league that something that's missing that we need. Every time I'm trying to find the freaking rules, I have to go back and search emails, or I have to go and find a printout, or I have to go onto the message board, and I can never find the rules. That's just one small piece of it. But I think that it's completely long overdue that this league has its own website. That's just for us. I know we have a Facebook page, but just a little website where we can have all the rules, so you can always go to that website. We could have a page for like championships, all the different Tonto bowls and like the actual scores for the final matchup. And this is my request. This would be incredible, and I think it could be done. However, it would take some time. My request involves both Craig and Josh. This master plan of mine is to come up with this interactive spreadsheet, if you will, where you could type in two teams and figure out like their head-to-head matchups for all time. So like,
Oh wow.
the Detling and Volchko matchups, let's say, I don't know, we'll just for argument's sake, we'll say it's 9-9 in our lifetimes.
Okay.
And it would just be a fun, like, interactive tool to go in and see, where each team, like, ranks up against each other. And maybe you could also have standings for every year so that we could say, oh, you finished here, here, and here. So you could quickly figure out how many times you made playoffs versus not. I just think that it could be a really cool like interactive tool. And I know that Josh loves making spreadsheets, so I thought that
Oh, really?
if Kabisic were to supply him with the information, he could maybe create some type of a spreadsheet or interactive thing, and I could put together a really cheap website. You know, I mean it's free, but like a generic website
Right.
that we could all update if me and Craig or whoever wants to. I just think it would be kind of a fun additional thing to our league that you could use as a resource.
I like it. It's not bad.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
So
The earlier years might not be true to form as far as the records go, but we could go from when Craig was the commissioner.
Sure. I mean, but we'll still have like whoever won the Tonto Bowls from those years, and
Right.
we might have standings, but we just don't know how reliable they are and everything. But in our baseball league, if you recall, we have that one small website where we just have all our keepers. You can always go there to check on it. So we could even have like a page where it's like the keepers for everybody for this year and how many more years we have. It would be a little bit of work, but it'd be worthwhile. So just starting it out there to the league.
And like that, mine would say Roethlisberger and D'Angelo Williams,
Really?
14th round, I think, or 13th
You're
round.
not, not Danny Woodhead in the 14th?
Oh, well, let's face it, Brian. Bell will be hurt every year of his freaking career.
Where would you have to keep Bell this year?
I don't get to keep him.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So he's in the draft. He'll be like number one.
All right, so and you're not thinking Danny Woodhead?
Debate between him and D'Angelo Williams. But go on with your final thought.
Jordy Nelson is not even in the conversation?
No, he's not.
I just threw that in there to piss Justin off.
Yeah, I know you do.
That was pretty much it. But it's a vision that I've had for a couple of weeks now, and I just thought I'd throw it out there. And I think that if everybody's on board, it'd be a really fun like off-season project that we could have it up and running by next season, or at least we have it started by next season, and then we can keep adding to it. And if Jimmy wanted to, he could add some graphics. That'd be really cool.
That would be cool. I like the idea.
And anybody that feels like they have a contribution or wants to contribute in some way, just shout it out and we can throw it in there. We can give everybody access. We can give everybody like administrator rights. Just don't like tamper with Craig's championships.
It's the first thing that would happen.
It'd be like a Wikipedia page, and people would just like go and mess with it.
Right. Hopefully, our integrity would be better than that.
I don't know. Justin would definitely mess with it, but it'd be hilarious.
Probably, yeah. So yeah. Okay. Any other thoughts there? Brian?
No, that's it. Anything from you?
Well, it was a great season.
Yeah.
My worst ever as far as adversity. I used to laugh at people that got the injuries, but now since getting all of my 13 years into one, or 12 years into one season, I have learned not to laugh.
Yeah.
It's like when I used to make fun of bald people.
Yeah.
That really came back to bite me in the ass.
Or the head.
Or the head. Sigh. Yeah, what are you doing for New Year's?
Probably going to Du Bois. Nothing too crazy. Pizza party.
party.
Jay came last year. Josh was there. We played categories. It was actually pretty funny.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I bet it was. Nice.
Josh was trying to beat like pretty much everybody there, and
Was it the Jets or the Nets?
yeah, it was Nets, the New Jersey Nets, but everybody just pretended they didn't hear it, and I just said, it was like name as many New York sports teams as you can, and to complete it, he needed the New Jersey Nets, and he said everything else. And with like 1 second left, he actually said New Jersey Nets. However, we all just pretended we didn't hear it, and we just said, "I heard Mets, I heard Jets." We
Nice.
definitely didn't hear Nets. So it'd be great if we could get a repeat of that.
I like it.
So yeah, nothing too crazy. How about you?
I am going to go to Siena Marcano. Is it Marcano?
Mercado.
Mercado?
Yeah.
Marcanto? Or I don't know. It is. But anyway, we got a table up top floor. It's like the open bar with the room with the open roof, whatever.
You and Big Ben?
Yeah, I wish. No, I don't wish. Actually, that guy's a dick, from what I've heard.
Although you're keeping him.
I am keeping him, but he'd probably make me pick up the tab, which would be a bunch of bullshit. No, with like the Catulas and some other people too. Probably like Charlie Clark and maybe like 12 of us, I think. But we're getting a table. We got some food, some drinks.
Nice.
And I don't know. We're probably gonna have a good time. I really wasn't into it first, but then why not? I haven't done anything for New Year's for like 4 years. It's not really that exciting to me. But mainly
That's
because
cool.
I don't have everybody to kiss, Brian. So
You'll find somebody.
yeah, I don't even know if I want to
Charlie
just kiss
Clark.
him. I mean, yeah, why not? I mean, sure. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to go have a good time
Awesome.
and take the Uber home because I'm responsible.
That's smart. Or walk.
Or walk. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how long a walk it'll be, but yeah.
Probably be like 45 minutes to an hour.
Jesus.
Yeah.
As soon as it turns midnight, I'm going to take my champagne and go.
Nice, nice.
'Cause I got to work the next day. But yeah, no, it was a great season. A lot of fun. People, Bean did really well. Everybody did really well. I mean, Craig did really well. That's the one thing. Final thoughts is that next year we have to watch his podcast or video cast and always see the trophy.
Oh, God, I didn't even think of that.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
it's gonna
right.
be
It's going to be
right
front and
behind
center
him.
there.
Yeah, or
Well,
right
I
in
don't think
front
it'll be
of him.
behind him. It's going to be
Yeah.
probably in front of him or on the side of the
Don't even give him any ideas.
I don't think I have to give him that idea. I think he's had that from the start.
Yeah.
And final thoughts. We did pick on him about the Antonio Brown T-shirt, but from all our laughing and making fun of him, we must have convinced Sally. It must have fell on Sally's ears because for Christmas, he actually got an Antonio Brown jersey.
That's awesome.
Yes, so I would have thought if he was going to do a video cast that he would have been wearing it.
He probably cried.
He probably did cry. I mean, anytime you get a real jersey of somebody
Yeah,
that you have
it's
such a man
nice.
crush on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, and so good job, Sally.
That is nice.
That's a good sister
Great
move right
sister. And also, we do need to find out from Craig where he will be holding the draft. That's
a good point.
Has he said it to you?
No,
I mean,
no.
I'm thinking it'll be in Wimber, but who knows? Maybe he'll throw us a curveball and have it somewhere else.
Like upstate New York or something.
Yeah.
I'm not going if it's upstate New York, Craig.
So maybe on the message board or wherever, let us know where the draft is going to be, as soon as you know, so we can plan.
Yeah. Oh, and also, difficult problem, Brian.
Oh boy.
What do we now do to fill the void?
I don't know. I mean, we've got
That's-
like 3 months before baseball.
I know, right? That's going to be really tough.
Yeah.
I
I
feel
don't know.
I feel like I've lost my purpose in life. It's just sad
Yeah.
in so many ways.
Yeah, you're gonna be walking around like making up Demisey theater skits.
Oh, yeah, it will. It'll be and there won't be anybody. I'll be like a 12 carat. It'll be like John Leguizamo's one man act.
Yeah,
Oh, brother, I hope something else happens better.
it will.
Yeah.
All
So
right, I guess.
so are we ready to do it, Brian? One
yeah,
final time?
One final time until the next year, until 2016.
Till 2016. I'm sure whoever's listening to the podcast, if you want to join us, please do it.
You ready,
Even
darling?
the Kitchen of Love. I'm always ready, Brian. Goo, 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 goo.